Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Amazing Scale Modelers Across the Pond Hangout. I'm standing in today for your normal host, Christian Jack. He's having a well-earned rest. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus and Facebook community of scale modelers that reaches and influences across all scale modeling genres, mediums, and inspires friendships from around the world. And today in this Hangout, you will find it to be an important source of information about the hobby and see firsthand the scale modeling experience. Joining me today are the usual suspects to kill time and doing all these things. If you want to join us, the live chat is open now on the YouTube channel, and we hope you join in. So bring all your questions, comments, all are welcome today. But today, so far, we have with me James Frost and Lou Dalmaso. But before we start, I'm going to play a little video, so you bear with me 1 second. We'll bring this up, and we'll try and go to this, go there. Do that and tell me if this works, guys.
Get some popcorn.
Are you seeing that?
No, I'm not seeing anything yet.
Hold on. I shall do that again. Hold on, I'll do it again. Technical error. Oh, oops.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. Typical technology. Never lets you down. Application window, please work.
Do some tap dancing while.
Right. Right. We'll try this again. Are you seeing a blank screen now?
I see a blank screen with a
There we go.
bar.
Okay, here we go.
Something. Oh, you're playing this. Oh, yes, you are. That looks familiar. I hear nothing though.
No audio.
No audio. Why is this? Why does the technology have it in for me? This is definitely the last time. This will work.
I love it. It's a tunnel.
That's a tunnel. I know. Oh, bear with me. Right. Sound. It's the infinite lose. Dear, oh dear. That's definitely. Right. I shall do it this way. Right. At last, we shall hopefully see this working. So we switch back to the black screen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
I think there's an issue with this. Does this Google this? Oh, we got voice. We got audio.
I hope that wasn't too silly.
No, just
Right, so we'll stop that and we'll switch back to yours truly. Wayne's joined us as well. Oh, very good. He's got a very good camera now too. If maybe run through what's happening with everyone at the present time anyhow. So since James, you're first on my Google left.
Okay.
By the way, a quick question. Is this the right way around or is it the wrong way around?
That's the right way. I'm reading it.
That's okay, it's the wrong way around. Okay.
Okay. All right. So anyway, what I've been working still on, just on my F1 racer, and I'll just bring out some video here, and Okay.
Now, James, I know that the sponsor on the side of that is a auto part company of some sort, but every time I see it, I think of the Harry Potter spell.
Oh,
You've got a Patronus going on here.
Patronus. Okay. So, in the last week or so, I've been working on finishing off the detail features.
Uh-huh.
And this here is just the just gotta hide this here. And now I gotta get it's bigger the steering column.
Now those little scissor symbols on the
that's two pieces had to be cut out.
have to be cut out. It's like,
yeah.
What do you use a punch to punch those out? I mean,
just a knife.
Okay. I imagine it. That's
good old number 11 blade. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There it is, completed. And installed.
Do you need to use different glue at any stage with this, or is it just the same glue all the time? You know,
I use pretty much the same glue all the time. I
Yeah.
use my Aleene's tacky glue. This here is the this is the last of the the detail components on for the body. One change I did from the kit is in the four antennas here. I didn't like the paper ones that were there for the antennas. They're just too thin. They're just not going to look right. So I replaced them with 0.04 rod.
And you just wrap them in something, or you paint them?
I painted them.
Okay.
And so I got the two cameras, two top cameras, the panel UHF antenna, this UHF antenna rod, VHF antenna rod, and the airspeed indicator with the pilot tubes. So,
well, the airspeed indicator is the same idea as a aircraft, like a pitot.
Same idea. Yeah.
Right.
There it is, all installed.
Is this a current car, or is this one from a few years ago?
This one's from 2015.
Right. Yeah. Kind of
So what you see here is the cars of this year are pretty much identical. There's a few changes. The 2016 car, the cameras rather than mounted on the side are, I mean, for the 2017 car, the cameras are on top and out to the side rather than off the side. There's a few body changes, but other than that, it's pretty much the same externally.
And in terms of size from front to back, is this what, 12 inches or?
Well, it's 1/18 scale.
So it's smaller than that.
No,
How big they are in real life.
It's actually the fair size. I'll show you here when we get there. Let's get the cameras up. This thing, I couldn't believe all the cameras. This thing's got there's about 12 cameras on this car. And now I'm starting on the last page, which is just the wheels themselves.
You've never used an actual rubber tire. You always just stick with the paper ones.
I stay with the paper ones.
Yeah.
And I've started in the assembly. This is for the front ones. And that's where I'm at right now with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are designed just to slide over the hubs. They don't have to be glued on.
That's what I was going to ask you about those hub, the way they made the hubs. Was
Yeah.
Slide the tires on.
Yeah, the tires just slide on over the hubs.
Those things, you know.
Yeah. I guess they did that so you can alter how you're displaying the model.
Uh-huh. I mean, if you start burning rubber, the whole car could catch fire.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So that's where I'm at with that right now. I'll just bring up the.
So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Gives you an idea of the size.
Does it happen over time? I mean, you've obviously the glued parts. When you glue polystyrene, it's usually solid for 20 years, whatever. But does that happen with the paper models, or do you find over time you have to do a?
Do they warp?
You mean do the glue joints break?
Yeah.
As a rule, no.
Yeah.
I've got models over 20 years old that are perfectly fine.
Let me just try and add Heath again. Heath's just asking to me, why didn't I get an invite? I sent an invite.
Yeah.
Just bear with me 2 seconds.
So that's pretty much where I am with that right now. I still want to start, as with everything else is fluid, I still want to start my black pearl,
which is a
next.
Well, yeah. Again, what sort of that's going to be 6 months work, probably more.
This one, probably 6 months to build. This is a lot of parts to it.
Yeah. Well, it's more. I thought more from the point of view of the rigging and things like that.
Yeah. Well, when you got all that,
the rigging's paper as well. I thought the rigging, you have to cut out each of the. Oh my God.
Yep. Cut out each of the rattling, all the holes out of the rattlings.
Okay.
No, sorry. Sorry.
Sanity. We look at sanity too much, Lou. I think that's what it is. Yeah, very patient, and James extremely patient.
Now, James, what do you do on the back side of the paper for the rigging? Do you color that in, or does it print it on both sides, or
you paint? Well, I print on the other side.
And
then
the rigging and all that, you can't match up on both sides. You're just going to have to.
That's the rigging.
You just made it brown. You made it completely brown then.
I made the same color that is on the back.
Okay, so you took care of it.
Yeah. When I cut it out, it doesn't matter. You just do the whole page in the color.
Right.
So when you color, then all you got to do is edge color once you cut it out.
They weren't expecting you to do two of them and paint them, glue them back to back.
Oh, sometimes yeah. Sometimes you have to laminate if they require a thicker card. Sometimes they do laminate. This car had all kinds of laminated pieces, so that you would they'd be designed such that they're laid out that you can fold them in half, and the front and the back would come together.
Okay, so I was just trying to figure out lamination versus printing on both sides of the paper.
No, you can do both. Usually, if it's a small part, or a smaller part, you'll do laminations. But then that's not strict. But if all the parts have got to be double laminated, then they'll give you 2 sheets, and they'll tell you to laminate the 2 sheets together. Usually in the kit. But if you just need the color on the other side, then you just print on the back of the sheet.
Okay.
So sometimes they'll give you a front and a back, and they'll say either laminate it to the front to the top piece, or say print on the back. So sometimes they want the same thickness of card, but they'll put all the detail on the back of the sheet, to the back of it. So
I'm just doing some housekeeping here. I'm trying to get Heath and a couple of other people to add in, but like, for some reason they're not getting the link that worked fine for you guys. But
yeah,
hopefully they can join us shortly. That everything at the minute, then, James.
that's everything else pretty much at the moment.
The Black Pearl is going to be enough.
Yeah.
Well, if we move on to my next in line, Lou, which what are we up to?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And good evening, if I haven't seen you then. The microphone is working today, so we're happy. For my project this week, I am starting a new kit, and it is the Black Sun 1/72nd scale Gunstar.
Yeah.
And I have decided not to light this, but I am going to try some interesting finishes on it to see whether or not I'm any good at that, because I have a notorious problem with metallic finishes, is I get my grubby fingerprints all over them. So I'm going to see if I could try a different manufacturer and see if that's going to turn out any better. But it's a good test case for it. And the second thing is, sometimes you buy models and sometimes you buy toys. This is a toy. I'll tell you it's a toy, but I'm going to try to paint it up and improve it so
nothing wrong at all with that.
Yeah.
It's my baby Groot that does the little singing and dancing. But for some reason they decided to light the eyes up in it, which is weird. So I'm going to have to actually take lighting out of a model, which is weird. But I've seen people who've tried to, paint up kits. I've seen people work on those really huge Millennium Falcons and X-Wings that they put out.
Yeah.
And really turned some nice models or nice replicas out of them. So I thought I would give Baby Groot a shot and see if I could make him look something a little bit more movie-like and less model-like.
It's definitely worthwhile. I know I've done it with the Hasbro Millennium Falcon as a present for someone. Yeah. And if you don't want to touch the kit all and redo the painting, that's the way to go. I mean, my plan for this thing, which I think I did show it briefly at the end of the last one, is the same idea. It's a toy.
Yeah.
And I've got two of these, and I'll show you in a minute what I've done with one of them already. But there's possibilities in it. Just depends how much time I want to spend at it. With regards to the group build, the big announced group build, can you say what you might work on, or is that?
I have no idea, because I don't. If the Star Destroyer is available before December here in the States, I might try that.
It comes out in June.
June.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I have a shot. I might have a chance to get that done before December. I've got a Bandai Slave 1 that I haven't finished that I could do something with.
Which is nice, yeah.
I haven't really settled my mind yet on what that's going to be.
It's one of those ones where 6 months, and I know the hope is that people will really push the boat out on it, but in which case then it's going to take longer maybe than the time it's available to do the job. But I was hoping maybe to try a couple of things. I'm not sure yet. I'll show you in a second what I'm thinking of doing, but I know what you're saying, the Star Destroyer, but I think we could end up with 4 or 5 Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
On the go.
Make a fleet. Well, that's the thing, is I can't spend that kind of time on a model. I can't take it. I can't spend 3 months on a model. I'll get bored with it, and I really it has to be something that I can look at, start, and finish in maybe a month, or else I just don't have it in my brain for long-term projects like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's what happened with me with the AMT Star Destroyer. I mean, that was 2 years. It was just silly because I would do so much and then get really fed up with it.
Yeah. I don't want to get fed up with something.
But it eventually got to the point where I knew I had to finish it. Otherwise, it would have ended up on the shelf of doom. And I only have one kit that sits on the shelf of doom, which, well, you know which one that is, but I won't mention it. And I don't want to get into that situation again, because I've got enough of these things here to try and get done over as many years as I last. And I should stop buying models. Everyone says that, and everyone.
Then you go.
Yes, I know.
Then you go into the hobby shop, and something catches your eye, and
Yes.
you say, "I have got to get that, because if I don't get it now, when I really want it, it won't be there."
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I know, and that's what happened with that last hangout when Randall showed his Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I had to. I had no choice.
I had to break the bank. Yeah.
But again, the price is amazing. I mean, the guy that was doing this on eBay here was doing it for £71, and when they were available, they're actually, I think, effectively they're sold out in the UK. When they were available, they were £90 was the cheapest I saw anywhere else. So what's that? $120, something like that.
Yeah.
But no, perhaps let's say it's 70. Yeah, about that. And the crazy thing is the box is enormous, as you can see.
Yeah.
The box is crazy, but the box is only half full. It's a bit of a very naughty. But at least it's not a usual Revell end opener. That horrible design they've got where every box gets compressed. Yeah.
I've noticed that on Gundam kits too. The boxes are really huge and really impressive, and then you open it up and the parts are all down in one corner.
Yes.
Depends which kit. You get some of them, and you open them up, and they're so full of styrene that if you take the parts out, you'll never get them all back.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Back in the box the same way.
Oh, why there's 4 people want to join the Hangout, and I can't add them in for the life of me. I don't know what because the link I've given you is exactly the same link I'm giving them. And
give them another link then.
I'll give them well, I've only got the one link.
Yeah, I sent it out once, so I don't know.
Let them go out and chat by themselves.
I'll just copy it one last time. I've even posted it on the actual the chat page, which again, it's not working. Wayne, how did you get in? Did you click on the one I sent the private message?
No, I got the one from James.
Right. So.
Oh, you got mine. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because the ones you were sending out, it's coming up 403.
Well,
error.
James, could I don't know? You can't add people on. You couldn't copy the link that's at the top of your page.
I did that. Once
and
before.
message it to me, and then I'll give it to them.
Can you put it on the group chat?
Yeah, I'll try it that way and see if that works. So they should, if they're watching now, they'll know.
Copy. Paste. And enter.
There it is.
So, well, okay, guys. If
you're not here and you want to be in, click on that link.
So that was the last. I think, yeah, it's just up there. Although it's looking at it, it's identical to the one that I gave them. So
yeah,
right. Okay. With regard to the Gunstar,
yes.
To what extent is that accessible? Is it a solid lump, or is it hollow, or what can you do with it?
Well, the side engines are hollow. These are hollow.
Yeah.
And the cockpit. I mean, this tunnel was hollow. It's pretty good. It's just a little bit too small to light. Because if you really want to get in and start lighting up all of the thrusters and stuff, then you're going to run into problems because those are all solid. The gun turrets are solid, things like that. And you would have to do a lot of hauling out to make those lightable. And the cockpit is really a little too small to light up the instruments, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I could have put engine, lights in the 4 engines at the back, but that really would have been all the lighting there was, and it kind of says to me that it's an all or nothing type of deal. And if you can't light it all, you're better off lighting none of it. Just use it as a good display.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It does add so much to a model. That's the thing about it. So
it does, but I just got done lighting that cane kit, and I put 8 lights in it.
Mm.
And I think this one wants to be light free, or light.
Light.
You'll be happy if you get the metal paint to work.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can find a newer brand. I don't think the Model Masters are for me as far as those metallics, but if maybe I can find. There's
you can always try the Vallejo ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I may try those. I can get. I think I have access to a place that sells the Vallejos.
Yeah.
So I may want to try those. It's really what I have access here to, and it's kind of a wasteland here for model supplies.
Okay.
David's just joined us. David, can I just quickly ask? I mean, which link that worked for you? The one
the one that James sent.
Yeah, which is weird because
It
it's
took
identical to the one.
a few attempts, but it got through eventually.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll come back to you in a little minute. I'm glad you're here. There's a couple of other people trying to get in, but I don't know why it's not working. If they're watching, again, if the link holders Ken Skiffington's there, and we'll try and add Ken as well. But with regards to the Gunstar, that's for yourself, just isn't it? No, that's not a.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. Oh, I know. It's one of those. It's a nice kit. I wouldn't mind seeing it actually in real life. But again, I'm talking about more kits that I don't need. There you go. If we go on now to Wayne, who's on the vertical camera today, showing us what he's doing painting wise.
Yeah. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, good. For a change. Right. As you can see, I've started my Panzer Mark IV, the 1/16 scale. I've given it a blast of AK Interactive Black Primer. Then I've gone over with some flat grey just to give it some shadow and texture. Then I got to cover it with the. I'm going to be using the King Tiger interior set. So I'll set the engine, the floorboard, the flooring, and all the red colours.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, but I've also on my Google Plus profile, I've started a collection of photos. Instead of me posting pictures on every other group, I'm just going to do like an album, so everybody can go to my page.
Yeah.
If I could do a screen share, I'll show it. I'll show you.
It makes sense because I know that's one of the infuriating things. If you remember 4 or 5 different groups, you started posting and posting and posting and posting.
Right. Let me just. Right. That's some of the construction process so far.
Wow.
It doesn't look like a tank. It's weird. You know, I know that's the engine, presumably, is it, or is it the?
That's the engine there.
Well,
Yeah.
That's the. We've got the main back engine there. Got the exhaust, piping work, drive wheel, main floor. That's the fuel tank, the turret base and motor.
Which looks like a compact disc tray from a CD player. It's weird. Yeah.
Oh, that
That's
transmission.
your transmission. There's still more to go on that as well.
Will this be visible when the model's finished? Can you take a panel off to see it, or?
Well, what I'm going to do is stop sharing this picture for a minute. Back to that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the hatch work. So what is going to involve me getting a pin vise and a small drill and some like the model railway tubing, and I'm going to make open hinges.
Right.
So I can open up all the hatches.
It doesn't. No one's produced them. There's no one doing it as an accessory kit or something. No.
No, but I thought it'd be a bit of a modern trial and error, because the I don't know if this camera will pick this up. If you can see the hatch You can see if you can see it. If you can't, I can actually
Yeah.
drill a hole and get either some little brass wire or something just to make a simple hinge so I can open up the
Mhm.
hatchwork because there's a number of hatches to open up on it.
I know I have a catalog which I meant to have with me today for showing people, but there's a catalog, a company in the UK that do tons and tons of accessory parts and tools and so on. I think there are little brass hinges in it, Wayne. If I'll remember, I'll send you a link for it. Because
Thank
it
you.
might be a lot easier than driving yourself nuts drilling stuff. But
Yeah, I was just a thought. I don't want to glue them into the sticking up position because they'll snap off in transportation, and that won't do anything.
yeah,
So, and then you're just gonna then I can close them to keep all the dust and muck out of it. But I had to buy it. I had to buy the Ickle tank.
Oh, you got the
like,
egg tank. Yeah.
like an egg, right? It's
Yeah, I got that. They're doing they're on about doing two more. They're
right.
doing the King Tiger and the KV2.
Yeah. It's actually to me more attractive than the egg planes. I don't know why. It just looks.
Well, I sprayed it in. I sprayed it all red. I'll just see if I can get this camera to be less blurry. I think that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
good
the best
there.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get. Yeah. So I thought I'm not gonna do it the way they want to do it. I'm gonna do it in the late German camouflage. So it's gonna be like a sand yellow and a really tight brown. I'm gonna paint the barrel black, grey black, just to give it a late war look. That one.
What kind of price was that kit?
They're roughly going for about $11.99.
That's excellent for what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fairly cheap. Any of the
Yeah. It depends. It's like you said. It's roughly the same price. We go roughly saying at the same price. But
A bit
I
a bit
may.
a bit cheaper than your 1/16 scale.
yeah.
So that is the Minkin Tiger I've got, and they've released a full interior kit for it. But the interior kit comes with a full metal barrel and a full actual recoil system on it. Springs, everything.
Yeah. But
And
again,
I'm
it's
very
all inside. You don't. I mean, I'll show you why I'm talking about this myself at the minute. I'm currently building a Messerschmitt 410, and
Yeah.
the amount of detail that's in it, and then you put it all together, and it's gone. No one can see it. No one knows it's there except
Yeah.
for you. But
what I'm thinking of doing is I may try it. I don't know yet. I may get a Tamiya.
Cutaway.
I may do a cutaway, but I'm going to get a Tamiya one first to practice on because I'm not
Mhm.
screwing up that nice.
yes, I have. I mean, it was a thing that Tamiya years ago used to have all their catalogs all had the cutaways. I don't know if they still do that. Like as if someone took a lightsaber and sliced off the side of the compartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you build it all
Well, that's-
complete with all the interior, and then you just run it through a bandsaw.
Well, sort of. I want to do what they did. I don't know if they've done it into a museum at Germany. They've cut away panels of the turret and the engine compartment so that you can actually look inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I may do that. Oh, let's
Yeah.
see.
Sometimes what they do is they cut a shaped panel. It's not necessarily square, but they usually do it artistically around. Then they paint the edge yellow or orange.
Mm.
I bet anybody. That's the battery pack for it. That 116 tank.
Substantial. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got to be painted up in a.
Were they in a wood box?
Which one?
The batteries. Were they in that? Some of those were like tar sealed into a wooden box. The battery.
I couldn't say. It looks like it's. I can't really say. I'll have to check that one out because I'm going to look for some reference material for the interior colours. So, because you're going to get somebody saying that's the wrong colour, that's that that shouldn't be that shade or that. But yeah, it's my tank. I'll do what I like with it.
I was just thinking that because that was a common thing because they didn't want to use a metal box because it reacts for the acid type thing. So they were using wooden boxes.
Yeah. I got this AK Interactive True Metals for the steel and brass work on it.
You should have a look at that stuff too, Lou. That's impressive. It's like it's like an oil. It behaves like an oil paint, but
it polishes up very nicely as well.
Yeah. You can take a cloth to it.
Yeah, you got to make sure you give your model a good primer first before you put them.
Now, is that one of those deals where you prime it black first?
I think you just have to use it any general primer. It just to make sure it's got a good solid base to stick on because you won't stick to the plastic.
I know. When the only experience I have with metal paints are the alclads, and you have to prime those in black first.
Yeah, the Vallejo one's the same way. They recommend a gloss black.
Do they make their own, or can you use any?
Yes, you can use your own, but they do make one.
Yeah, I found it. Even though they say you can use anybody's, it works best if you use theirs.
Yeah. And I got this from the I think it's Ammo Mig.
That's like a tube of oil paint.
It is. It's they do the because they found because a lot of people use the artist oil paints for doing fading work and stuff like that, isn't it?
What's the drying time on that like?
I haven't tested it yet. To tell the truth, I haven't.
Because I've seen videos Philip Florey did of the metal ones, and it's not actually wet. It's sort of it's a weird it's almost like it's like you're putting a wax finish on the thing.
Yeah.
But it becomes metallic. I mean, and you can try it if I don't know if Wayne had something, just even to put it on a little stab or something. It's just so easy to use it. I don't want to ruin anything on it, but it's on plastic. But again, presumably they're available in the US the same as they are in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I got that for faded yellow to do scratch work on the side skirts and stuff like that for it to make it like bringing the bare metal through. But mate, I'm just saving the money for Tank Fest, so I could do my model shopping there.
When's that?
24th, 25th of June, and this like got 500 tickets left for Saturday. So
That's a popular one always, yeah.
They stopped selling tickets at the door now because you have to pre-order online to get the tickets now. So I bought mine in March.
Right.
So it's just basically spending money on hotel and travel expenses I need to get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saving up for.
But it's your sort of highlight of the year for you, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If it doesn't rain, I'll be okay. That's the most important thing.
Well, June's supposed to be. The long-range forecast says June's going to be lovely, so we'll base it on that. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
that you, Wayne? You're not planning to do anything Star Wars then?
I don't know. I'll see what I can pick up at the Tank Fest because they always got a bit of a selection going on sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's worth. I mean, even I think. I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to do out of the box, and add this, that, whatever onto it. But you might find something that's worth a quick look at.
I am real behind on my model builds, group builds, to tell you the truth. I haven't even started the stunt and speed because I haven't had the time.
Oh, same here. Yeah.
And then I've got to finish off a competition builds for June because there's a model competition at Lincoln. So then there's the John Perry's Unsung Heroes build, which I'm doing, and then there's the 2 for international scale model I'm doing. It's just the feline group build, and then there's the 6 Israeli Desert Wolf.
So you fit your life around the group builds, not fit the group builds around your life.
Sounds like he's got enough to do without you pressuring him to build a Star Wars.
That's true. I know.
No,
I'm just
I'll
trying to see if anyone's.
probably get around to it after the 6 weeks or something, because that's
Yeah.
when I've got the time.
Well, there's 6 months
That's
there now till, or 7 months actually till December. So well, it's an option. It's an option. Right.
Yeah, I'll just see what I can do.
Oh, okay. Well, fingers crossed.
Um,
The more the merrier. If move over to David's joined us. I didn't expect to see him. I thought he would be at Comic-Con all day long, but it must have been too wonderful to stay.
Yeah, it was a bit, yeah. It wasn't great, put it that way.
Yeah. Some of the local ones can be a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge college that they'd put it in, but it literally was just one room, and you'd walk around it in 10 minutes, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Right. Not good. It's not San Diego. No.
No, that's what I said to my wife. I think we should just save up and go to San Diego.
Wise enough. What are we working on?
Oh,
I have a silly question. I suppose you're still at your
yeah, I need you ask. We've got the General Lee's pretty much finished now. I've got the California style push bar on the front. Bow.
Oh, damn, that's sweet.
Yeah.
But I had the same issue with the hood. I went to clear coat it and it just wrinkled. But
Yeah.
I mean, the paint had been in about 3 days, so I don't know what's going on there. So I've had to repaint that.
which clear coat were you using?
For some clear coat. It's called Mean Machine. It's an automotive clear coat,
Right.
but it's what I've used on the main body, so
Shouldn't have been. Yeah.
it should be okay. But yeah, we've been on decal duty.
Ah.
So we've got Roscoe pretty much done. In my last update, I was saying that because I've used 5mm LEDs, that it won't fit in the light bar. So what I've done, I've taken the Dremel and just shaved it all down, so now it'll actually fit in the light bar.
Yeah.
So, on that, but I missed the beginning of the show, guys. So I'm guessing we're doing Star Wars next.
Well, no, it's not mandatory. It's a group build that starts now for the next 6 months. I mean, I know the other group builds are still ongoing. The speed one and the sugar, the other one. Yeah.
There's
When-
the street and show. Yeah, we got the stunt and speed and the street and show.
Yeah, straight and show one. That was the one I couldn't remember because I won't be doing that one again. Physically, can't do everything. I had thought about doing the stunt one as well, but it's the same problem. Just time. It's crazy.
When does Star Wars run out?
Well, December the 15th is when the movie's out. I think that was the plan to try and have something done for then. I know I have a couple of ideas. I'll show you in a second, but
you've got the Hasbro.
Right.
I've been waiting for someone to do a conversion kit so you can have the wings open.
Right.
But what I thought was I might just do a huge diorama again and just build it.
Start digging a big old swamp.
Yeah. Oh no. Just do a scale trench to go with it.
Yeah. A good scale trench, that'll do it.
I was thinking about doing Hoth and just building up a landing bay and get some little figures. I contacted Ralph Tenor Controls the other day to see if he does a board which will simulate welding. So I could have like maybe a guy stood on top welding something, and then it's so big you can't even fit it on bloody camera, but I was going to remove some of these panels and make them into like access panels.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've got this hunk of junk here, which is literally a hunk of junk at the moment. But I can just take out what greebles I'd like off this ship and sort of transplant it over to the X-Wing, and then maybe put some fiber optics in it and just make it look a bit interesting.
There is a European supplier for a welding lighting kit. He actually has done a hangout. Yeah. I can get it for you. I can't bring it up now, David, but I'll get it for you. It's a French company. Oh, I can't think of his name. And one of the things he does is actually a guy with a welding kit for World War II. So it applies exactly the same way. The light works the same way. I'll get you the link for that. It's I can't think of his company name at the minute.
Yeah.
But so that's vinyl as well, the same as the Hasbro Falcon. Yeah,
it is Hasbro.
Yeah, is that Plazer?
What, sorry?
Is that Plazer you were talking about, Leon?
Don't know it's Plazer, James. No, it's a I can't think of the guy's name. He did a hangout way a few years ago with me because they were launching the company.
Oh, okay.
And they do attend UK events. It's model realistic model lights or something like that. But I'll get you the link, David, because they're worth looking at. It's just the fact they do a specific kit just for welding. They do one for and they do one for the campfires. Mostly
simulates lightning. That's pretty close.
Yeah. Obviously need to be pretty bright as well. So
yeah.
But I'll get you a link for that. So that's.
I think this is pretty much 1/24 scale or something like that.
It's around that. I know the Revell one, the snap kit that I built, it's 1/29.
Yeah, that was 1/29.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get 1/24 scale figures,
so that's got to be about 1/12.
I think that's probably 1/12. Look at the
R2.
R2.
More like 1/12 scale.
Measure off the R2 dome, and that should tell you.
Or was it not? I thought I remember seeing 1/18 mentioned at one stage.
Well,
I don't
it could
know.
be around
I don't know.
that.
It is fairly large. So, so that might be the option then for the Star Wars build.
Yeah.
You didn't splash out and buy one of the Star Destroyers when they were going though.
Well, I knew Randall was doing one, so I thought, well, everyone seems to be doing Star Destroyers. So.
Yeah, there's going to be a fleet of them before the end of the year.
That's what I was worried about.
I've had this for about a year, 2 years.
Yeah.
And Randy Cooper was supposed to be doing a conversion kit so you could have the wings open. And then I thought about doing it myself, and then I thought, well, actually, I could just have it in a hangar bay and just make another diorama with it, really. And then I don't need to bother with it. I can just paint it all up, weather it, and just do whatever with it.
It's what Lou was saying. It's what Lou was saying about taking what effectively is a toy and giving it a good paint job can be amazing when you see it done right. So, I mean, with regards to my end of the Star Wars build, I mean, I did get this crazy thing when Randall put it up last week, and I saw the link he put up. I had to go for it. I don't know if I'll actually do that because as Lou says, it took me. Well, Lou's talking about the time factor. There's no way you can build that in 6 months. I don't think you could unless you spent all your time at it. So I have the K2SO, which I might look at. I'll show you in a second what I've done with the other one of these I got, because these were going in Argus, like I said, for $6.99, which is nothing. And it's articulated. His head's articulated, and the shoulders and hips are articulated, and the wrists. But that's it. That's the pity. There's nothing else. No, they're fixed. There's just a fixed piece.
Oh, that'd be easy enough to change, though.
It would be. I mean, the dividing line is down the center, so if you could open them up, you could cut it and move it around to a different position. It really, well, what I really want to do is add LEDs to the eyes and probably a soundboard just for an effect.
Oh yeah, the voice was the big deal about that character.
Yeah, and it's the pilot from Firefly. I can't think of his name now.
Yeah.
But the alternative one, which I think is the one I might do in preference, is this one, which is there. Again, it's another one of the easy kits.
Yeah.
Which again, I was very happy with the X-wing, the way it went together. It's very toy-like when you look at the parts because all of the details raised, all of the panel detail here is raised when it should be recessed.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, there's a better picture on the back. You can see better the way it looks, but so that's probably the one I'll pick to do rather than the Star Destroyer, again, just because of time. But I've no shortage of Star Wars kits. But I just want to do something different. I mean, still got probably see, there's the 3 Hasbros are sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
and then where's the other ones? There's another behind that poster. That's the Falcon, and then behind this is another one of the X-wings. So I've plenty of choice, but I think I'll stick with the AT-AT AT-AT as a preference, as a choice. But we'll see. But again, I probably need to do it as a diorama, and just what I do with that. It's a decent size. It's much bigger than most people think it's going to be. Let me give an example. Just open the bag quickly, just to give you an idea. I don't know if this is available in the US, this kit.
Yeah, I think so.
And it comes pre-painted. That usual business about being pre-painted. Like that's the roof of the body. So that's my hand. So it's a decent size when it's put together.
Yeah.
And again, but again, all of this detail is just you can see the way it's all laid.
Yeesh.
So every single one of those has to be taken off and it's inscribed in. I don't know why they did it that way. Rather than have an inward scribing rather than an outer scribing. A lot of the parts are very familiar too. Like I think the piece that goes on the bottom, like the engines are I think the same engines used in the X-wing. The same parts for whatever kit they came from.
I just hate their ham-handed pre-painting.
Oh, it's just gone mad, just splash, whatever. And probably all done from probably just done from a template. Probably just something that they lay on top of the next one.
It's like it was done from a slingshot from across the room.
Yes. Yeah. Advantage of that one being, of course, that it is actually plastic and it can be glued and so on easily. There's no grief with it. But that's what I'm planning anyhow. But again, I'm still trying to finish off this beastie, which has been very slow progress. This is that Messerschmitt ME410. I don't really get the focus. You flipping camera. Again, it's not going to focus. Is it going to focus? Come on, I dare you. Nope. Yes, nope. Come back a bit. It's not going to. It's going to refuse. Typical. But this is an example of what I'm on about. This whole cannon underneath is there, but it's all going to disappear. I'm not going to see any of it when I seal it up. And the same with the cockpit's amazing. I mean, the detail in the cockpit. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Because of the photo etch on it. Here we go. It focuses for a second and it changes the meaning. I don't know what way.
Moving around.
Yep. Go on, I dare you. Focus, please. Never does me. Oh, there, isn't it?
There it is.
Okay, stay that way. Don't move. So you can see the detail in the cockpit's amazing. And the same with the co-pilot's cockpit. Again, it's so dark you can't see into it, but there's a whole pile of instrumentation and so on. When you see it with light, I'll try it with a light. See if that makes any better. It's not still not going to show up. But that's a group build that I've been involved with, and again, the time it's taken to get to that point. So to what extent I'll invest too much detail in the other thing, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to having to go with a Star Wars build for a change. I was saying to Jack, I felt like I should have been wearing a Star Trek T-shirt today. However, just to prove the point that I'm still a Trekkie first, and a Star Wars fan second. But that's second. Any other excitement or news from anyone? It's just, I have to apologize. I'm the host today, but for some reason we added in yourselves. I sent you all the link. It worked for the guys that are here.
Yeah.
Several other people that I'd hoped would be here. Andy Johns and Andy Golightly, who are Star Wars, amazing stuff they're doing with Star Wars kits. I've tried to invite them, but unfortunately they can't get in for some reason. I don't know what the problem is with the link. But perhaps for the next time we can maybe arrange to do something different. Sorry.
Liam, I've got something to share, but it could be the fact that we're live. Could it be that what's causing the problem?
Um,
tends not to work. It works sometimes on the normal Hangouts.
Mm.
So it
Right.
could be a fault on the live stream.
Want to come in, Ellie?
there's something wrong. I mean, certainly the link is here. It's the same link that James, Lou, David eventually get in on it, but people are getting a 403 here. I don't know why. I just don't understand that.
I'll just show you
And
some.
I know, and Dirk's trying to join in too, but again, I can't. I've tried to add him in too, but it's not working either. So
It's a secret handshake.
Yeah, that's something I just did. That's the T72 135 inside the hull.
of the 116.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it don't work out, I can convert that into a landing barge or something, can't I?
It looks very like it. Yeah, true. It's who's the manufacturer of the kit?
The 116 kit is Trumpeter.
Right.
They've also done a 116 version of the T72 now. I'll just show you something else. I want to correct myself. A couple months ago, that is a Fliegerfaust. That is a anti-aircraft, first portable anti-aircraft weapon.
First World War.
That's for World War II. It's not Jaeger figures from Dragon I got. It's not a. It's fires 20mm anti-aircraft shells, and it's the first portable anti-aircraft weapon.
And I wonder, did they all fire off in one go, or was it individual?
I can't tell you that. It's I think it's like a semi-automatic type thing.
Yeah.
But I just want to correct myself because I said that was like a anti-tank weapon. It's not. It's a anti-aircraft weapon.
The Germans used to the range of stuff that they produced that for certain things to achieve certain things was just crazy. I know some of the books I've gotten recently. When you look at the list of weapons that they produced that don't really get mentioned, it's just scary.
Is that Knight's scope? No.
Go back.
There you go.
Oh wow! Oh,
Stig 44 Vampire.
didn't know they had that. Now,
That is a primitive night vision scope.
Yeah.
They're experimenting with infrared night vision gear. They had stuff fitted to half tracks. Even some of the later Panthers had them fitted.
the backpack presumably is some sort of power towards it, or power.
Yeah.
Probably the batteries
Guess
and
how
all
long-
that for the electronics for it. Yeah.
Guess how long it lasted? 15 minutes.
Right, to be quick to achieve what you want. Yeah. It would be. I don't know if anyone's ever done. I mean, you've never tried one of the experiment. No, the aircraft, the 1946 builds. I know you were doing one thing with that last year, but you wouldn't be tempted to try that with another of the aircraft, the 1946 sort of the American bomber and things like this. They were going to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I wonder. Presumably, it was infrared then. It must have.
Yeah.
Didn't think the technology would have existed then.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, my throat's going a bit funny. That's the night vision scope connected to the MG42. That was and I think that's like also remote controlled. Right.
Never come across that before now, Wayne. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they actually did start getting these onto tanks, but the orders were to, if the tank was lost, to destroy the scope first. Make sure the scope was destroyed so that it wouldn't fall into hands.
That's a late war Panther 4 or Panther, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a G.
Because I'm going by the paint scheme. That was late war. They used that dotted scheme. So
Yeah, but that's the ambush camo scheme. So, but that'll be used. But they actually by late 45, they're actually sending Panthers out without even painted.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Literally just come out of the factory without. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a close. So that's something they're up against. But here's its partner in crime. That was supposed to be that used to go in battle with it. It used to light up the battlefield and use the scopes to target the tanks. That was called the Owl. Bronco do a kit for this.
And I mean, in the long term, guys, I don't know. We're doing the Star Wars thing now. I mean, anyone, any suggestions? Something different if you wanted to do, you know, say for next year. Well, that's I'll just say the round the corner going. I've seen that before. Madness.
Yeah.
For next year, anyone, any suggestions for the long term about group builds they'd like to see? Something that hasn't been done, perhaps, or something. Perhaps that's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know.
Well, I think I would be nice to see a Marine one doing a ships.
True.
There's a lot of people. There's only a few of us that do ships on any quasi-regular basis. It'd be kind of interesting to make a marine build, group build.
Without ranging any type of ship, like from like the small torpedo boats to the big battle wagons and aircraft.
Yeah.
I would keep it as broad as ships.
Yeah.
Ships and subs.
Yeah.
If you want to do a patrol boat, I'd say anything from a pontoon boat up.
Yeah.
Hi, Dirk.
Hi, Dirk.
No.
And I rest my case. Dirk has managed to join the Hangout using the link, so it isn't me.
I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I got a little blinky lines. I think I'm good.
We can indeed. What are we working on? Dirk? I mean, have you anything planned for the Star Wars build?
Who?
Dirk?
Who?
Yeah.
Lou or me?
No, Dirk. Well, we know what Lou's doing. Well, we think.
Oh. I was just talking about that in the chat. You know, there's so many different things I already have. There's so many things I want. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided anything. I have the Bandai A-Wing I picked up recently.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a good one. They're all good. I just haven't decided what tickles my fancy yet. You know, I got the Republic Star Destroyer to do. So many different things.
It's coming up. It's the one that keeps your interest.
Actually,
I know that's the problem.
I don't have it in front of me right now, but I recently purchased a vinyl C-3PO.
Is it the screaming thing?
About 1/6 scale. I'm thinking of doing it from a comic book character. It's not going to be C-3PO. It's going to be a different one.
Assassin?
From what?
Is it the assassin droid?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw that in a comic, and I was like, "That's a cool idea." You know, everybody makes C-3PO. So I'm like, "This is something different. That'd be cool." So I went out and got that, and it should be a simple build too. You know, the only thing is I might try to light the eyes, but they're solid, so I have to figure out a material to replace the eyes with so you can see light.
Oh, blister pack. Yeah.
A blister pack? What do you mean?
Just the clear plastic that stuff comes in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cut that up and use it.
That's a cool idea. Good idea. But yeah, I think that's really what I might do.
Well, you know, the more the merrier. I think it's. I don't know the numbers that take part in the group build encourage people to allocate to take part in it. The group build, that one I'm doing with the Messerschmitt, there's 23, I think, people building it. And initially it looked like there was going to be 5 or 6, but then there's sort of a snowball effect. A lot of people joined in. But it's
you know what? To be honest with you, I brought that up a while ago on the Facebook page, and I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to follow up and try to drum up business on it.
Yeah.
And then I saw you guys were taking it up, so I'm like, that's cool. At least the word's still getting out. Time has been kind of elusive lately, so.
Oh, I know. I mean, even the numbers on the Facebook page is now 1545, I think, Dirk. So it's getting bigger and bigger all the time. But again, I can't keep up with the posts sometimes. There's just so many things, which is great. That's good to see that it's growing.
It shows people are there, so that's good.
I'll probably post something about the fact the group build's starting now to try and see how much
what's
do a
the
poll.
date you guys decided on?
I'm sorry?
What's the date you guys decided on?
Well, from today, effectively, until the 15th of December.
Oh, okay. Today's okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to start today. Obviously, I don't like those group builds where you have to post a picture of the kit unopened on the.
You know what?
15th. That's
When I do my group builds, and I don't do many of them because I have a hard time following the timelines. It just always gets away from me. ADD causes me to go squirrel.
Yeah.
You know. But when I do, I try to not have a lot of restrictions. It just takes away from the fun of it. So you know what? Here it is. This is what we're doing. Show us what you're doing. Try to get people generated and go from there. Not really
it's a hobby. If a hobby becomes too regulated, then it's just more work.
Too many rules and people don't have fun anymore.
Yeah. It ends up.
That's also like if you look at like any groups, like I'll say specifically Facebook group modeling groups, and this isn't bad mouthing anyone. It's not really what I mean. But if you go to any group, and they'll go, "Hey, read the rules before you post anything," and the rule sheet's like you got to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. I get it, but we don't have those rules, at least on our page and another page that I work with, and we have not had any problems whatsoever. So it's like I'm tired of restricting people with all the rules.
Rules are made by people who like to make rules.
Yeah, and that's the reason. That's the reason for having admins on the page. If they're doing their job, and if someone sees something they don't like, they report it to the admin. The admin sorts it. So yeah.
I've been an admin on this page since it started. I've been an admin on another page for about 4 years, and I have yet to have to use any of the admin powers because I, beat my chest and I'm an admin.
Yeah.
In all that time, never had to. So that's good.
In most places, you should be in the background and not have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
All you need is the delete key. And the problem. No, that's not fair.
Actually, I did piss somebody off on our page. Somebody came on that really has a bad rep around the modeling community, but I added them because I thought they were a good builder and I wanted them to add to the community. And some other people started pushing the buttons a little bit. Not that person, but they started pushing his buttons. So I made a comment, and the person who I was actually sticking up for, got pissed off at me and took off and posted all kinds of dreck on his page about how I'm abusing my powers and stuff. It was kind of funny.
Oh, that sounds familiar to someone.
But I was like, look, I was protecting you, but have fun later. I believe I'm taking people on the way they treat me, not other people. I take that into account, but I don't want to base my opinions on somebody because, everybody says Dave's a jerk. I don't believe that. I do. I take it on my own account. Just kidding, guy.
if we need abuse, we know where to come. Thinking about the ideas for future, this is something I came across last week on our group about ideas for group builds in the future. Is what you do is you take a photograph of your stash, and then you put the photograph up, and people pick the model from your stash that you have to build.
Oh yeah.
Which it's either a love or hate relationship. Then I think I have to.
Well, everybody's got their prejudice. Everybody's got their own preferences. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, as you can see, my pile of stuff here in the background. I've got ships, I've got planes, I've got tanks, I've got sci-fi. So I think the only thing I don't have is cars. Again, it's back to that. I just don't build cars, so it's just not me. But it's just choosing stuff. And when there's an incentive, a group build, it sort of gives you a little bit of a push to try and build that particular setup. Otherwise, I mean, I have stuff that I've started that I just haven't gotten around to getting as much done on as I like. The ship build and so on up there that I want to get back to, but it's just time.
Absolutely, never enough time unless
Yeah.
you're Lou. You've got all the time in the world.
Yes.
What's it got? What's written on the back of your seat, Lou? Oh, good show on earth. Oh God, right, okay.
Ryman Bailey.
Yeah, Ringling Brothers. Yeah,
Celebrity reserve seat.
very good. Okay.
The end of an era. They're all gone now.
It's true. Yeah, it's the same here. Funny, there's a circuses here now. Aren't circuses? There's no animals in the circuses here either because of political correctness. So it's
We've only got one circus left in America, and it's all concentrated in Washington, D.C.
and there's,
I only
no
wish,
shortage of animals.
well, I only wish they were as endangered.
Oh dear, dear. I know. We're not going to start political conversations.
No. Keep away
No. Well, I think we've burned up an hour and a quarter, guys. Apologies to everyone who couldn't get in today. Sorry, Wayne. Yes.
I got an idea. Can we do like a Project 1946? Because
yeah. I like the idea, Wayne. I think the problem for some people would be getting access to the kits. I know there's a limited range of German. It's available, German aircraft and so on, but.
Well, there's all kinds of what-if ideas out there. So
Yeah.
I mean, they can modify, and
it's like taking trying to think of an example, taking a World War II aircraft and imagining it in a sort of what it would have looked like if they hadn't had jets, for example.
It's the same as doing a steampunk one.
Yeah. It's certainly worth putting the idea forward, Wayne. I mean, I know Jack will probably consider maybe doing it a calendar of events for next year.
Yeah. I'm just thinking because Germans did a lot of 1946 type aircraft because every stuff on the drawing board.
Yeah, they have some cool stuff.
Yeah.
I have a book. I got a book in W.H. Smith were doing a book, and that's what it was. It was all the sort of America bomber and all the 1946 stuff. That if they'd gotten, I think, to that stage with it, the war would have been quite different.
Yeah, I just thought because you can 1946 they did have a lot of projects, weird type projects on the board. They did have Germans were trying to outfit a U-boat to fire V2 rockets onto the Americans on America.
Yep. Yeah.
And like the Horton Flying Wing, there's a actual model kit of that. Trumpet to do like the E series standard Panzers, and you can get conversion kits to make them.
Or do a scratch build as well. I mean, I know Ken Skiffington or somebody would probably find no problem with that. Ken being the scratch build expert. It's ideas. It's ideas for the future. I mean, let's get stuck into the Star Wars thing for everyone that wants to take part in it, and obviously post as many pictures as possible on the both the Google Plus page and on the Facebook page, and it might encourage more people to take part. I know that's what happened with that ME410 build. When I saw some of the other people posting, I thought, well, I have the kit. I may as well get involved. And I've learned a lot about photo etch and so on, and I've never done a full interior cockpit on an aircraft before. So it is encouraging to sort of start you down a road to do something different. But yeah, we'll put ideas forward and see what comes of it. We're coming up on just an hour and 20 minutes now. We've been running, guys. I started to say apologies to everyone that didn't get in. I'd hoped to have all people here who, for some reason, the technical difficulties couldn't join the Hangout. Jack has his normal Hangout tomorrow night, the usual stuff for the US times. If anyone wants to join in there tomorrow night, I hope it goes better than this one did with the technical difficulties. And we're back again this time 2 weeks, so it's the 20th of May. I don't know if I'll be hosting it or Jack may and I won't be hosting another one, but we'll see how it goes. But thanks for everybody for joining in today. Thanks to Wayne, thanks to Lou, thanks to James, thanks to David for departing from the Comic-Con, and thanks Dirk for joining us at the end of the show. So
My pleasure.
see you all again in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Good day.